Morning everyone. I hope you all are doing good at your places. So welcome back to English class after PT3 exam. And in today's English class, we are going to start Unit 5 of English Reader. And the name of chapter is It's Getting Hotter. Now, it's a refer to our planet Earth. These days, you all are hearing everywhere our planet Earth, our planet, our home, where life is possible, is getting hotter day by day due to climate change, due to global warming. So, the chapter is about all these things. So, let us start reading of the chapter page wise. First, reading of page 110. I hope you all have opened the books now. Here's a sweet little penguin called Pingu telling you misdeeds. Misdeeds means bad works of men are affecting every living being on earth. Actually, the reason for the climate change, the reason for global warming is a man who is the main reason, the cause of our global warming, making our earth worse to live. But the sufferer are all the animals, marine life. But cause is done only by men. Why the writer has chosen the narrator penguin as a narrator? Dear students, actually we all are living in a very comfortable zone. What we are doing? We are celebrating the days, environment days. We are making posters. We are writing slogans. We are making people aware. We are doing everything actually. But if you if you will do self introspection, actually we are doing nothing. Why? Because we are sitting in a very comfortable zone. We can't imagine what is actually happening to the earth. But if you visit the Antarctica or Arctic, you will really feel, yes, people, you will really feel it. The situation is worst. The planet, which is the only planet, Earth, our home, to survive, to live, will not be able to survive because of us, because of the men. So let us start the reading of the chapter. It's Getting Hotter. What happens when you go into a greenhouse on a sunny day? It's hot, isn't it? That's because the glass in the greenhouse traps the heat from the sun. The writer is asking, if you visit a greenhouse on a sunny day, it's hot, isn't it? Now, what is the reason for the hot and the greenhouse gas? Actually, the glass in the greenhouse traps the heat from the sun. And this gas, carbon dioxide, does the same in the Earth's atmosphere. It acts like glass in a greenhouse, doing the same as my feathers do when I am swimming in the very cold sea. Now, penguin is a native of Arctic. He lives in a very cold place, actually cold sea, where the temperature goes to minus 40 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius, even 70 degrees Celsius. And how he survived there? Its feathers keep him warm. And the glass in the greenhouse keeps the plants inside warm. And the carbon dioxide keeps the planet warm. Planet here, Earth planet warm. Without it, means without carbon dioxide, we would freeze. Yes, we would freeze. Too much of it means that we boil, but if increases too much, the same carbon dioxide increases too much. I think you in class 5 in science you have now learn the composition of the gases in your atmosphere. But if CO2 increases, we will start boiling. Means the balance of this gas is necessary for our survival. People are burning fuels with carbon as their main component. Now we all are living a luxurious life. We all are addicted to living a comfortable life. We desire to have ACs, we desire to have fridge. We want all type of comforts. Now all these gadgets using the fuel with the carbon as their main component. The main component of all these the fuels are carbon. Oil, gas, and coal are used in cars, aeroplanes. Now, the vehicles are increasing day by day. Power stations and so on. Everywhere we are using fuels, and the main component is carbon dioxide. This produces carbon dioxide which gets mixed with oxygen that all breathe and so adds to our greenhouse gas problem. Now, these extra CO2 emission of CO2 adds with the oxygen that we all are breathing, and it adds to problem to our greenhouse gas. This way our planet Earth gets warmed a little more. What happens next is not a good news for people or penguins. Now, what will be the next consequence? What will be the next result? It is not good news for people or penguin. The thing that bothers me, the penguin is telling us, the thing that which bother me, for which I am anxious, is that the ice of the poles where I am living, which is my place, which is my home, ice of the poles is melting fast. The Arctic Sea ice is getting less every year, and the frozen continent of Antarctica, my home, yes, is losing ice too. Other seas like the North Sea are warming too. This means that fish which need colder waters have to swim north, and this can have bad effects on the marine life. Now, the North Sea is getting warmer. Now, the fish living in the North Sea, they need cold waters to survive. But because the water is getting warmer day by day, they have to migrate, they have to swim north, and it means there is disturbance, ecological imbalance in marine life also. Marine life means water life. But for you people, here the penguin is giving us a warning. But for you people, means for man, for human beings, it will be much worse. The situation will be more worse. For a start, all the ice that melts. Now, he's explaining in a very nice way. The penguin is telling us, for the beginning, all the ice, if what will be the effect of this global warming, what will be effect of this rise in temperature in the earth planet, what will happen? The ice that melts will start to fill up the oceans and make them overflow onto the land. First the glaciers will melt, and the melting ice will turn into water, and it will start filling the oceans and make them overflow onto the land naturally. And the water itself will take up more space simply because it is warmer. That will make it overflow even more onto the land. More sea and less land is fine for fish. Fish can survive, but it's not at all good for people. And other land animals. Some of the low-lying areas which are good for growing food will be the flooded first. You all have heard, whenever there is a prediction of tempest or storm, the government first tell the people who are living in low-lying areas, in coastal areas, to make them empty the place and to go to a safe place. So what will happen first? If the ocean will start overflowing, the low-lying areas will be flooded first. some of the biggest cities like London, New Orleans, and Bangkok, because all these places are uh, low lying areas, coastal areas, will get flooded too. People will go hungry. There will be no food to eat. People will go hungry. And the really sad thing will be that the poor people will suffer the most. And the sufferer will be the poor. However, the cause is the rich people, but the sufferer will be the poor, because most of the poor people are living in low-lying coastal areas. That's really unfair. The penguin is telling us that's really unjust thing, because it's the people in rich countries who have been the cause of almost all global warming. Cause of this global warming, this climate change, are the rich people, but the impact, means the bad effect, will be felt by the poor. But who will suffer? The poor will suffer. However, they are not the cause of all these things, of the climate change or global warming. Now the penguin is telling, I'm afraid worse is yet to come. Whatever I have told is not only the worst. I'm afraid more worse, इससे भी ज़्यादा बुरा, is yet to come. It has been found that as climate warms up, the weather is going to get more violent. As the climate will become more warmer, the weather will become more violent, means more furious and unpredictable. Nowadays, scientists can predict about the storms or hurricanes, but as soon as the climate will become more warm, it will become unpredictable, means जिसका guess नहीं कर सकते आप. Sudden storms can come if the earth become more warmer. Hurricanes are very strong storms. For example, will become more powerful. Hurricanes already are very powerful storms, and if the earth will become more warmer, they will become more powerful. A big worry for people living in the south of the US and in the tropical Pacific or Indian Ocean areas like Philippines, Islands, and Bangladesh, because the hurricanes are very common there. Deserts are increasing, and places like the Great Plains of America will get drier. These places already they are the desert, and they will become more drier. Rain will be heavier, means there will be imbalance in the climate. Sometimes some places will get more drier and some places will get heavy rain. Other parts of the world, so there will be more floods, and these all things will be unpredictable. These things have already started, and we are experiencing all these things nowadays. Lots of people have studied the climate around the world. They agreed several years ago that climate change was really happening. Several years ago, scientists told that it will happen. As a result, some years ago, as a result, when they start thinking about all these things, all the countries in the world came together in a big conference, means meeting at Kyoto in Japan. All the countries came together that we should do something to fight with climate change. Here they began to try and agree what to do about climate change. First, they began to try what can be done to our planet Earth so that we can make our Earth safe. Lots of promises were made. Countries did a lot of promises, but countries have not been very good at carrying them out. They made good promises, but they were not very good to implement all these things actually. Laws बनाना आसान होता है, but implementation is difficult. And same thing happened. Since then, the evidence and proof of change has become stronger and stronger. अगर तब से अब तक देखें, the proof of climate change, of global warming are becoming, and what will be the consequence, what will be the result of this climate change, of global warming, is becoming more stronger and stronger. We are watching these days in news कि कहीं तो there is इतना flood आया हुआ है, कहीं बारिश नहीं हो रही है. तो these all are the consequence of this global warming. The ice sheets in both the Arctic and the Antarctic are melting. in the Arctic or Antarctic, at both places, the ice sheets have started melting speedily and at very high speed. Sea levels are rising, temperatures are rising, especially in the Arctic and Antarctic circle. I have already told you that actually we are sitting in the comfortable zone. We are not experiencing as much as the native of the Antarctic and Arctic are experiencing, because their glaciers on the other mountains of the world are melting very fast, especially in the Himalayas. The world is heating up, and I'm sorry to say it's all people's fault. The penguins say saying fault means mistake. And what who is the cause of this global warming? Only the human beings. But it's not everyone that's doing it. But all human beings are not the causes. Mostly it's people in rich countries. North America, Europe, and Australia, all these countries, you know very well, these are the rich countries. They are the ones with hungry lifestyles. They are energy hungry lifestyles which guzzle fossil fuels, which consume fossil fuels the most. Poor people like those in most African countries, Asia and Latin America, can't afford to travel all over the places in cars and planes, because in cars and planes fossil fuels are used. They don't have heating or air conditioning in their homes or eat fancy food. Now these people, the poor people, don't have ACs at their homes. Many don't even have anything more to live in than a one room shack with no toilet. कुछ तो इतने गरीब होते हैं, they have only one room shack, no kitchen, no toilet, no running water. These people are not the ones causing global warming. Means the people who are poor, they are not causing global warming, yet they are the ones who suffer the most from climate change caused by the rich. But they will become the sufferer first. And what about the poor animals like me, birds and animals? Actually they are not causing all these things, but what will happen to them who are losing their habitats and dying, who are even losing their homes? They have started losing their homes. The climate change has made lives tough for us too. The climate change has made lives tough for the birds and the animals. It's time for you all to take up a stand and fight. The penguin is urging all of us. The it's the need of the time, it's the need of the hour to take up a stand, to come together and fight against the climate change. Help us to fight this battle for survival. Now the penguin actually, he is urging for us also. Here it is seeming like us as he is urging for himself only, but he is urging for us people also. Stop global warming, save environment, save planet Earth. If we want to survive, save planet Earth.